Yo, what's up guys, I'm Yanick from the Producer School, and in this video I'm going to show you how to sound design like Martin Garrix. As many of you guys probably know, Martin Garrix is not the type of person that really designs his sounds himself. He rather uses presets, which works better for him. But in this video I'm going to show you how to make the sounds yourself. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get straight into this. If you want to check out some Martin Garrix style presets and samples, then check out our pack called Garrix, which is a really cool production bundle. Head over to the link in the description or go to theproducerschool.com to check it out. We're also having a holiday sale at the moment I'm recording this video, which means we have 20% off on all products. So if you feel like supporting our work and the channel, then check it definitely out. Martin Garrix has many styles of production, so I'm gonna cover a few sounds that I think are pretty dope. The first one we're going to make is this typical progressive house super saw lead. And for the sound I'm going to use the melody of their latest track called Hold On. And it sounds like this. For the sound I'm going to use 3 oscillators. For the first oscillator I'm going to use a sawtooth wavetable with 8 voices like this. And leave the retrigger on. Then pull up the detune knob like this, and then you already have a detuned saw. Let's also put it up 1 octave. And as you can hear, the sound is kinda cutting off. And you can help that by putting up the release like this. And for the second oscillator, I'm also going to use a sawtooth wavetable with 8 voices and detune, but for this one I'm going to put off the retrigger. Now let's head over to the filter section and let's select a low pass filter. I'm actually not going to use the cutoff knob, but the only thing I'm going to do is to add some drive to the sound with this button over here. And when you use this knob, you can hear that it's starting to distort. A little bit, like this. I'm not going to use the envelopes for the sound, but I'm going to use an LFO. And for the source, let's select the pitch A. And let's set the rate to 1/16, like this. And let's put up the gain just a little bit. Now I'm going to show you what this LFO actually does. So let's put up this button, which will really affect the sound. This LFO over here gives the sound a little bit of vibrato, which gives it a cool effect. But you should leave this like really low so it doesn't pitch that much. It just adds a little bit of movement to the sound. Let's head over to the effects. For the effects we'll be using the chorus, and this will really make the sound. Let's pull up the delay to around here. Maybe lower down the rate just a little bit. Put up the depth. Now the sound is almost getting there. Let's put up this wet knob to the right. The chorus really gives it a nice effect, and it also makes sure it's spread to the sides of the speakers so it's more stereo. Now let's apply an EQ, and with this EQ we will just boost a little bit of the high end like this. And last but not least, some reverb. Go to part B in Silent 1 and select a noise wavetable with a few voices like this. Then go to the filter and select bandpass. And let's solo this for a minute. And right now you can control the filter with this knob over here, the cutoff. Let's do it like this. And the white noise helps to make the sound bigger. Let's unsolo it and let's play it. Let's lower down the volume of the noise with this mix B. I noticed that I made a little mistake, and that's that you have to turn down the detune for the first oscillator. But you can play around with the detune if you like. That's it for the first sound, and it sounds like this. Of course, you need to layer this with more leads so it sounds way bigger than this, but it's just a start and I think it's a really cool sound. The next sound is this Pluck Martin Garrix used in his tracks Hold On and Believe, Don't Look Down, and also in a collaboration together with Avicii, Waiting for Love, and sounds like this. Very nice Pluck sound, and let's make it from scratch. Let's start off with an inner preset. And for oscillator 1 we will be using the Tri-Saw wavetable. Let's put it up an octave and let's put up the voices to 4. You can leave the retrigger on, and I'm going to copy the oscillator A1 to oscillator A2, and you can do that with this little arrow over here which says copy, and then go to the other arrow over here and then select paste. Now let's shape the envelope of the volume. Let's put up the decay to around here. Let's lower down the sustain and let's put up the release. So that will be the basics of the sound. I'm gonna add another oscillator in part B, and that will be a noise like this. Let's copy the envelope of the volume for part A to part B. So it's the same, and let's lower down the volume a little bit. Let's go over to the filter section and then select a low pass filter like this. Let's put up the resonance a bit and the drive as well. Like this. And now we're gonna route the filter cutoff to this envelope 1 over here. Select this thing over here and then go to filters and cutoff A and B like this. Open up this button a little bit so we can hear how the envelope affects the filter. And now let's shape the envelope with a little bit of decay. Let's lower down the sustain almost all the way down. And a little bit of release. And now let's lower down the cutoff so we can hear how the Pluck sounds. Right now you can still hear the white noise on top of it, but we can fix that by going to the filter and also select the low pass filter for the noise. So now the noise is filtered as well. Maybe add a little bit of resonance and a little bit of key track. Sounds good already, but we can add some attack to the sound with this envelope 2. Then select pitch A and B or pitch A, it doesn't really matter. And with this envelope you can control how fast the pitch of the sound changes. Let's lower down sustain all the way down and put up the decay to around here. And then open up this button. Now you can hear that it's sliding down pretty slowly. And to add a little bit of attack to the sound, Just make sure the decay is almost all the way down, just a little bit up like this. And let's put up this knob so we can hear how it sounds. And let's also route the cutoff to this envelope. I think the white noise should be a little bit more present in the mix, so let's open up this cutoff over here so we can hear the white noise a little bit better. Let's head over to the effects section. The first thing I'm going to add is some distortion. And for the type of distortion, we will be using the decimate one, which downsamples the sound. Let's set the amount to around here. Now it's the trick to just find the right spot where it doesn't sound too crushy, but still has some nice edge to it. Let's add a chorus to widen the sound a bit. Let's put up the decay to around here. Let's lower down the dry wet knob. Like this. Let's add an EQ to boost a little bit of the high end. I'm just gonna apply the delay to the sound and you will see what it does. Set the delay time to 1/16 for both left and right, like this. Let's add some low cut so we don't have the low frequencies in the delay. And let's lower down the dry wet knob just a little bit. Final thing I'm going to do is to add some reverb to the sound. Let's go for a really small size, lower down the pre-delay. And that's it for this Pluck. The final result sounds like this. Really nice plucky sound. Let's move on to the last one. The last sound I'm going to show you is this typical Martin Garrix chord synth, and it's actually a preset that comes with FL Studio itself, and it's called ARP5 Prophet. And he changed some things to the sound, and then he made his own preset out of it, inspired by Deadmau5. But I think it might be useful to know what's behind this sound. The final preset sounds like this. Let's make it from scratch. Let's start with an init preset. Let's put up the polyphony so we can play more notes like this. Then you want to go over to the oscillator section, to the voices, and then put up 8 voices. Turn off the retrigger knob. And now the sound is basically almost there. Let's make this a little bit less stereo with the stereo knob. And let's copy this oscillator with this button over here to the other oscillator. And let's put up the stereo knob. It's a really easy but powerful sound. Let's go over to the filter section. Let's select the low pass filter for this one. And you can use the sound like this. Now it's pretty standard, but we can go to the envelope 1, then select cutoff A and B and shape the envelope like this. Now it has some nice attack on it where it hits a little bit harder and then goes down. And we can add some more movement to the sound by going to the LFO 1 and then select the wave random, which will have a random LFO. Then select cutoff A and B over here. Put up this knob a little bit. Let's put up the rate as well and the gain. And what this LFO does is that it randomly opens up the filter and adds some nice movement to the sound. As you can see, I'm not touching the cutoff knob, but it still moves the filter. And that's basically it for the sound. You can add some reverb like this. Pretty generic sound, but if you use it in the background of your breakdowns, it can work, although it's pretty overused. Let me know in the comments which problem you have with sound design and I'll try to cover that up in a video. Make sure to follow us on Instagram to stay ahead of all the new stuff that's coming. 2020 is really going to be sick. We got some great things going up and we can't wait to show you guys it. For now, I want to thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next video.